All right, here's the big question. How do we get our kids to quit bickering? How do we stop this incessant hurting of each other's feelings? Is there any way it can actually happen? What if you come from a family where that's just the norm? It's the way we've always done it. This is just so normal. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Today, I'm going to ask you to stop thinking of it as normal. I'm going to ask you to set a whole new standard for your family and your children, that we're going to treat each other better than our best friend. And the greatest punishment that I can mete out for any violation of a family value, the greatest punishment I can think of is you're going to get a spanking. I want to tie physical pain to this violation of this rule of us treating each other better than our best friend. I believe this is the core, this is the key. You know, Cain and Abel, the first murder in Scripture, was between two brothers. How can that be? The absolute horrible, the rivers of blood that have been shed between two brothers. Ishmael, who was the descendants of Ishmael are the Arabs. There's over 300 million Arabs in the world. And then Isaac, the descendants of Isaac are the Christians and the Jews. So today, here we are, these two lineage, the Jewish people being, literally their DNA can be traced back to Isaac. And so what have we seen happen? How has the enemy taken this, the unresolved sibling conflict among these two brothers and used it as his greatest tool to kill, steal, and destroy? I mean, every continent, every people group has been discipled in this dysfunction, this killing and stealing and destroying among the Arabs and the Jewish people. Jacob and Esau, the rivers of blood that have been shed between those two brothers in their future generations. Guys, I can't tell you how powerful and how important this is. The enemy uses unresolved sibling conflict to inflict incredible pain in future generations like no other sin, no other problem that's ever been created has created more hurt and more pain than this unresolved sibling conflict. I want you to not see it any longer as normal, or this is the way it is, or they'll eventually like each other. My brother and I like each other now, and we hated each other or treated each other terrible in the past. Quit looking at it like that. I want you to say, we're going to change the destiny of our family. We're going to change this legacy by developing good, happy sibling relationships. You know, I've said this many times. I want you to elevate unkindness to your siblings to absolutely unacceptable behavior, as unacceptable as trying to burn the house down. Now, I want you to think about it. That is so unacceptable in your family, you haven't had a single family member even attempt it. Am I right? They've got to feel that same way about being unkind to each other or being dishonoring to their parents in any way, reducing the honor that they would give to their parents. I'm just telling you, this is the key to you developing a happy, healthy relationship in your home. So, what is the punishment? How would you punish a child who tried to burn the house down on the third attempt? You're right, you can't really say because, you know, they would lose a limb of some kind, right? That's unacceptable. You're trying to burn the house down, third attempt. All right, here's your punishment, and here it is. We're going to stop everything. We're stopping everything. I'm not going to go to work. We're not going to eat anything. We're not going anywhere. No one's going to school. We're going to have an absent this day because we're going to figure out what's wrong here. Because if you are continuing to be characterized by hurting your siblings and being unkind to them, then you are doing the thing that will destroy our home faster than a fire. And we will not stand for it. Period. The end. I've been telling you, if you do that one time, you stop all activity. We're not going anywhere until we find out what's wrong because something is bad wrong here, okay? I'm telling you, you'll bring an end to it. I remember taking my little girl, Hannah and Bethany, Hannah was choking Bethany one night. You know, they were little. And I grabbed them, I set them up on the bed. I said, this isn't going to happen in this house. We're not going to hurt each other like I did my brother. I drove him outside this family to get his needs met. And I start bawling. I tell you, I can't even think about it without crying and thinking about what I had done to drive my siblings outside our family. And we're not going to have that here. I told them, this is it. Man, I'm crying. They're going, Dad, stop crying. Okay, we'll be nice. You know, I'm serious. It's that important. So I'm going to ask you to elevate unkindness to each other, to unacceptable behavior. I want you to go through the study that we're going to give you there, so that the link, so you can go down and download the Bible study on sibling relationships. And then you pray over this with your family. Let's break the curses of the past. Let's create a family where siblings treat each other better than their best friend.